The Yeeps wiring update just released, so me and Plush are gonna show you everything new in the update. Not everything, but most things. So the first thing we have here is the key dispenser. They'll tell what color key it is by the color of the key. So once it gets a power source, you're gonna get a key dispensed out of here. You can use this key in the keyholes. It'll disappear and it'll give a redstone output. Just to show you what that looks like, we have a keyhole attached to a light bulb to show that. See, it gives an output.
Next items we got are buttons. Basically, there's another source of power, so if you press the button, there's power coming out of it. Also, this tiny little button does the same exact thing. Then you have this one, which is still another power source, but it's connected to a delayer, which it does takes maybe 2 to 3 ticks for it to fully go through.
Next up we have the AND block. The AND block is going to look like the yellow block with an arrow on it. And it requires 2 inputs to get 1 output. So this is great for like puzzles and stuff. So you can press this button, gives 2 inputs to get an output. Next up is the block, and it's always on. It kind of works like a redstone torch. It's always on until it gets a power source, which turns it off. Or you can not do a button and you can do one of these infinite power blocks, connect it, and it'll always be off. I don't know why you would do that though, because then you'll never have a redstone output from it. So I don't know, but that's something you could do. Next up is the block, and this one can either take 1 input and just go all the way through like there's nothing in the way, or it can take 2 inputs, which will then put 1 input through, wait a second, and then put a second input through, or output through.
Next up, we have the flip-flop. It either takes 1 input or 2 inputs. 1 input, it works like a Minecraft lever where it takes 2 flips, or the second input where there's 2 inputs, it restricts it from working. Last but not least, we have the randomizer. It's a 50-50 chance of it working. So if you press the button, it's either going to come out on the left side or the right side. There we go, it worked now, finally.
Next up we have the pulse gate, which comes in a couple sizes. This one's the smallest one, and when you go through it, it has an output. So it's kind of like a tripwire from Minecraft. Next up we have the screen. This is the biggest one. This comes in 1x1, 2, and what is this one? 4x4? So these take an output or an input to turn on. You can also paint them. So if I take a paintbrush and I were to hit it with it, turn it on, it turns that color. This feature works best with glowy colors, because now when I turn it on, it looks more like a bright screen.
Last but not least, we have doors. There's this small one that looks like a normal block, which opens up like that, and we have this one that looks like a fence that also opens up with 1 button. Right.
We're going to show you how we use these things in our BAM 8 map. So we use a new block, trapped wood, which is like a pressure plate, to activate doors and activate some signs. Once you're inside, there's a key dispenser. Press it, you get a key,
And all you gotta do is put the key in, and it opens doors.
So here's how you can also use the new blocks to make pretty cool and intricate puzzles. So you can press all these, and through the use of AND gates and delays, we can eventually get ourselves a nice purple key to advance later into the level. You can also have a dynamic light system by using transmitters and receivers. And then if you connect them up to a button, you can turn the lights on and off. Pretty cool. And that's just about everything in the new wiring update. That's it? Yep.